21 Day Girl Challenge. Today is a great day. We just have a short, gentle stretch. It's going to feel really nice after we did all that work in our previous days, so let's do it. We're going to get started in a lying down position. So lying down towards your mat, you can have your feet just fall apart naturally, arms by your side, palms face up towards the ceiling. We're going to get started by bringing both knees in towards our chest, inhaling the shoulder blades up off the mat, grabbing hold of the elbows if you can, otherwise forearms, wrists, fingers, whatever you can grab today as you slowly bring the upper body down towards the mat, eventually one day having the entire spine be flat towards your mat. So tucking the chin in towards the chest, you can give yourself a little bit of a wobble here, just going from side to side. This is a really good stretch for the low back. You can either bring hands to either side of the knees, of the shins, whatever works for you. You're just bringing the knees in towards the chest. So just here for a couple more breaths, eventually finding your stillness, maybe bringing the knees in towards the chest a little bit more. We're going to take a deep inhale in through the nose. Big exhale out. Beautiful. So the next stretch we're going to do is a glute stretch. You know that we've really been working our glutes. So let's bend one leg at a 90-degree angle. You're going to place the ankle over top of the thigh, and you're just going to interlace your hands behind the thigh and then slowly bring the shoulder blades down towards the mat. We are trying our best to have the knee come a little bit more out to the side in order to find a little bit more of a stretch. Flexing your toes in towards the face, and if you start to feel like you're not really feeling that much of a stretch, you can always lengthen the leg up towards the ceiling. Again, flexing your toes down towards the floor and slowly bringing the leg in towards you. You can keep the shoulder blades lifted and then eventually bring them down towards the mat. Just feeling a really nice stretch here. Remember, we are flexing and curling the toes in towards the face, the one that has the knee bent. You're really flexing your toes towards the knee. We're just going to hold here for one more deep breath in. Exhale it out. Beautiful. We're just going to switch that out. You can give yourself a little bit of a rock here again before we go, and we just switch the legs. So you're going to do the opposite leg. Oh my goodness, my glutes and hips are super tight after all the work that we did. Again, just inhaling and interlacing the fingertips behind the calf muscle. Starting to notice if maybe one glute feels a little bit tighter than the other one. Just starting to scan that. You can always do these stretches every single day, but it's really nice that for today, day 14, we have just a gentle stretch, allowing our bodies to recover from all of the hard work we did so far in these last 21 days. It's very important to allow our bodies a rest day. So again, flexing your toes in towards the face. We're just going to take one more deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Good. And then just slowly release. Again, you can give yourself a little bit of a rock here, letting that go. We're just going to shift the weight towards one side, fetal position, before we come back up and push ourselves up to a seating position. Slowly making our way into a tabletop position. We are going to go into a little bit of a cat-cow just to warm up our spine. So inhaling, lifting the chest up towards the ceiling, and then exhaling, curling everything in. Draw the lower belly in, even the head tucks in. Inhale. So just lengthening, curling the spine, really linking our breath with our movement here. When you curl in, push the floor away from you. Inhale. Tailbone up towards the sky. Lift the chest up towards the side. As you exhale, you slowly curl everything in. Draw the lower belly in. We're going to do one more. Inhale in. Look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, full lungs, slowly Coming out of it to neutral spine, we're gonna push in towards our hands, coming into a downward facing dog. This is a really good opportunity to pedal out the legs, the feet, to shake the head, whatever works for you. While we pedal the legs out, you can really start to feel the calf muscles beginning to stretch, and then slowly beginning to find a still position, trying your best to sink the heels down towards the mat. Might not happen right away. If you need to have a slight bend in your knees, that's totally fine. We're actually going to come into a pigeon pose. So you're going to inhale one of the legs up towards the ceiling. You're going to bring it in towards you, keeping the knee close towards your hand, and then slowly allowing the hips to sink down towards the mat. If you notice that your hip is super high, you can always place, a pillow, a blanket right there. And then I want you to flex the toes in towards your face. So as best as you can, your leg is straight, and you can stay right here in this upright position just for a couple of moments. Or you can start to walk your hands forward, coming a little bit more forward, starting to feel that really nice stretch in the hips. You can actually bring your full chest down towards the mat as well. Personally, I'm just going to stay right here. I really want to feel a nice stretch in my outer glute as well as my hip, and also feeling a nice stretch in the thigh of our opposite leg, the leg that is straight. So you're really pointing your toes towards the back wall, flexing your toes of the leg that's bent in towards you, just so that we're really protecting the knee. And we're just going to be here for a couple of breaths. This is a little bit more of an advanced posture, but you can definitely do it every single day. Really good to do it every single day. A modification, if this is feeling a little bit odd, you can just come into a lunge position as well to really stretch out the hips, as well as the glutes, just getting a really, really nice stretch here. We're going to take another deep inhale in, exhale everything out. Good. I want you to shift the weight towards the hip that has the leg bent, swinging the opposite leg around. You can give yourself a little bit of a hug. I personally love to just shake my legs from side to side, just feeling our hips being a little bit more open. Coming back into that tabletop position, eventually back into your downward facing dog. Again, you can just begin to pedal the legs out right and left, eventually finding your stillness. And then we're just going to inhale the opposite leg up towards the ceiling, bringing it close towards you, knee close towards the wrist of the opposite hand, as you just begin to allow your hips to sink down towards the floor. It is absolutely okay if your hips don't come down towards the floor. Again, you can give yourself, if you have a block, you can place it behind, underneath the hip, or a pillow, or a blanket. Extending the bottom leg, the leg is straight, the toes are pointing towards the back wall. Again, you're really flexing your toes in towards the face, and either staying here in this upright position or slowly beginning to come down towards the floor. Once again, I'm just going to stay up here, just really be so that I can not only feel a nice stretch happening in the hips, in the outer glute, but also feeling a nice thigh stretch here as well. Firstly, my hip and inner thigh of this leg is very tight, so this feels really, really good. But wherever you are, we never want to be holding any tension. So begin to notice if you're maybe clenching your teeth, if you're really holding a hip, and then just start to send your breath there, feeling that release. Again, a really good stretch. You can do this one every single day. So good. You can also place something soft underneath the knee. If you feel like your knee is feeling not so hot in this position, you can put, a pillow, a blanket, something soft. You can also pull your mat over so that it has a little bit more cushioning there. Not here for too much longer, really enjoying this beautiful stretch that we're creating. We're going to take one more deep inhale in, exhale it out. Good. Slowly, 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 as if you're moving through Jello. You're gonna shift the weight towards the hip that has the leg bent, slowly beginning to bring your knees together. Once again, you can give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. You can shake the legs from side to side, letting that go. Swinging our legs forward here, you can just give a quick shake just like so. We're just going to come into a little bit of a forward fold. So like I said, it's just a gentle stretch today. Nothing crazy, not a lot of time, but it's a really good way to allow our bodies to rest and also get a little bit of a stretch. So you can keep the knees bent, but you can also start to begin to bring the weight forward a little bit more here, allowing your head to hang heavy and just feeling this really nice stretch. So I love a nice forward fold because not only do I feel a good stretch, in the backs of my legs, but I also feel my low back beginning to release, especially when you completely allow your head to relax and you're not necessarily pulling, but you definitely can. As you inhale, you lengthen the spine, and then as you exhale, you come down a little bit lower. But if you really just allow gravity to help you here, you can start to feel the low back release, especially if you're a little bit tighter there. You can start to feel the glutes release as well, the complete backs of your legs as you slowly hinge forward here for a couple of moments. I feel like sometimes we forget how good just a gentle forward fold can be for our bodies. Feels really, really nice. So taking a couple more deep breaths, linking your breath. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to come down a little bit more. Good. Let's do one more all together. Inhale, really creating that length in the spine. Exhale, really let all of that go. Relax your head, melt into the posture. And then with the help of your hands, slowly, slowly, slowly allowing our heads to come up last. We're going to meet in a Savasana position, slowly coming down towards our mat here. We are going to go into just a gentle twist. So we're going to shift our glutes towards the right side of our mats, bringing the knees in towards the chest. Once again, you can just give yourself a little bit of a rock back and forth before eventually you bring both knees towards the left side of your mat. Now you can have your hands in a cactus shape. You can have them extended just like so. You can either keep your focus up towards the ceiling, or maybe you're shifting the focus towards the right. Whatever it may be, we're just going into this gentle twist just to reset our spine. It's a really good way to end a stretch here, just to reset our spine. A gentle twist. We're going to take another deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Just one more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. With the help of your hands, just slowly bringing the knees back in towards the chest. Give yourself a little bit of a rock, shifting the hips and the glutes towards the left side of your mat, bringing the knees in towards the chest, and just allow them to naturally fall towards the right side of your mat. Again, cactusing your arms or having them straight, either looking up towards the ceiling or perhaps looking towards the left. Whatever it may be, just enjoying this gentle twist on the opposite side. Maybe you're sending the breath towards the low back. Maybe you're sending it towards the hips, the glutes. Whatever it may be, you're just taking a couple of deep, slow breaths. Let's make our exhales a little bit longer every single time. Let's take 3 final breaths all together. Let's take a deep inhale in through the nose. Big exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Last one, deepest one. Deep inhale and exhale. Let's slowly, with the help of our hands, bring the knees in towards the chest. One final rock before you either choose to extend your legs out, finishing here in a Savasana position. Maybe choosing to bring the knees in towards the chest, either shifting to one side and really pushing yourselves up to finish in an upright position. Thank you for joining me today for day number 14, this gentle stretch. I'll see you tomorrow for a full body workout.